Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Friday and happy 18th anniversary to Lord of the Rings Online. Wow, 18 years. Who would have thought? I would have thought. And I thought so 16 years ago when I started playing. And even back then, everybody was swearing up and down the game was going to shut down any day now. It's still going. So, how's everyone doing? Ready for that weekend? I hope so. It is nighttime. Woohoo! Well, it's going to be daytime soon.
Would you do something for me?
You want me to collect envelopes because you're too lazy to do it yourself. Okay, we could do that. Hi all, happy anniversary. LOTRO is now old enough to vote, hold office, and buy a firearm. Well, happy Friday to you, drive-by. It certainly is old enough to do a lot of things that it wasn't able to do before. Certainly, certainly. Now, before we continue on, we need to head over to the party tree real quick. And I do not, because of course I don't. Alright, so let's go ahead and head to the stable, grab a ride to Mythical Delving. Woohoo! I better not do that too much. I did that on what was that?
What can I do for you?
I did that on Miss Medrill and jumped the wrong way and ended up going crack, and I'm like, that wasn't even that high of a jump. What are you talking about? But yeah, if you're gonna do the festival, always head over to Party Tree first.
A lovely day, isn't it?
And grab the daily quest. If nothing else, it's extra tokens. And a little extra XP. Neither of which Miss Fistula is turning down. Hello, random person. I hope you are having fun. Now, which way am I going? I got turned around. A lot of random people. And I hope they're all having fun. It's definitely nice to see all the people playing at the festival. And speaking of which... Oh, yep. See what we got. 15-year frame. It's wearing pinwheel fireworks. We'll look at that later. And we'll just go ahead and compress everything else. And here we go. Excuse me, sir.
Just look at this.
I know, it's such a mess, isn't it?
I have been put up to a cruel joke.
You have, huh?
At least you will help me, won't you?
Maybe. Later. For now, I am heading back to Bree. So, haha. Do we have Winter Home, Spring Festival, Party Tree? We had one to the Party Tree, another one to the Party Tree, Bywater. Nope. Did not get a map
How
to
do
the
you do?
anniversary. Probably because I was already there. Of course, anniversary festival being one of the biggest, we're gonna see a lot of people. A lot of people. Excuse me, I like to go.
Lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day. I like to go to Bree, sir. Hobbits are always so polite, except when they're not. Like Miss Lobelia Sackville Baggins. Definitely not polite. And that's all I'll say about her. Now, do I still have enough time to do this quest? I hope so. We're at late watches, 9 minutes before dawn.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Okay. Need to get off a horse. Better wait for the next one. A blue firework. Okay. Hope somebody leveled up. Congratulations to you. Got to level 97. Oh no! Dang it. I have to start over.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Alright. Try it again. Yellow firework. Usually if you catch it fast enough, you can launch a second one. But wasn't able to that time. There we go. Ha! Another yellow firework. We're going to be doing nothing but the yellow. No, we can't afford to mess up again, so we'll wait. That's not yellow. Okay, we'll go with red this time. I love the mix of red and green. And red firework. Three more. Let's not get greedy. Launch your yellow fireworks. Something besides red? Let's do blue this time. Alright, if somebody's in my face, thanks. No green fireworks. Alright, so another blue. Alright, got that one done.
What can I do for you?
And we've leveled up. Woo-hoo. What do you want?
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Speak to Winston, Pear Tree at the fireworks area near Bree's North Gate. Go and explore the different festivities and be sure to return here at night to participate in our marvelous fireworks display.
Hello there.
Visit the site of the Bree racetrack. We'll do that later. Right now, we gotta go chase some envelopes. But apparently not too many, because Miss Fistula still had a couple in her bag from last time. Ah! It ran away from me. There, we got one. Got two. Oh, none there. Whoop. Not quite what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, another one. Alright, let's see what we got. One invitation. Two invitations. 3 invitations. 3 out of 3 so far. Oh, unwanted message. 4 invitations. 5 invitations and a couple of unwanted messages. Hello, excuse me. I'm just gonna grab that from you. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. We have collected invitations.
What do you need?
Alright, how many tokens does Fistula have anyway? 43, I think. So she has a few from last year. Not a ton, but a few. That's not good. We're lagged. No! I mean, we finished the quest we were on, but no lag. Bad lag. Alright, we're gonna have to wait. Hopefully this will recover itself. If not, we're gonna have to be reloading the game. I'll know whether or not it recovers itself if those people start moving again. Oh yeah, it is definitely connection broken. Derp. Section broke. We broke it with our awesomeness. Okay, I'll see myself out now. Sometimes it recovers itself, but usually not when it hits red like that. This is the last time I did this. Oh yeah, I did this to Thorman when he was doing that session play. At least in this case, it did it at a less inconvenient time. Yeah, it's not gonna recover. Wait, it recovered. Holy smokes, it recovered. Well, let's just keep going then. That was like the biggest miracle of all time. I was not expecting that. Hello. Okay, so we need to go check out the horse track here in Bree. Visit the site of the Bree racetrack. A place that I barely visit, but Gus was pretty good at the horse races. I won't embarrass y'all by showing you how bad I am.
What can I do for you?
Visit the Methil stage in the Shire. But we will get to that. Now, head back into Bree. We can start our gift-giving loop. I think the Anniversary Festival was the very first festival I ever got to experience in the game, and it was already in full swing when I started playing. Hence, I am a year behind on my gifts. So, instead of getting a 16-year box, I get a 15-year box because, well, I technically started after the anniversary because it was already in full swing. Alright.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Deliver a bracelet. I can do that. I can deliver a bracelet. Where's my bracelet? I want one too. Bouncy bounce lag. Well, bouncy bounce lag is not nearly as bad as staying in place for a full minute and a half wondering if you're going to get disconnected or not. It also could just been me bouncing out of the Bree layer I was in. Hello, here's a bracelet for you.
Greetings.
And she thinks it's beautiful.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Now she wants me to deliver pastries to the constable. And the constable happens to be a hobbit, so he will certainly appreciate pastries. Here you go, sir. Some nice popping hot pastries.
A lovely day, isn't it?
There you go.
Please, stay a moment.
You want me to deliver a wood carving to Esmeralda in Mickeldelving. Alright, I can do that.
What do you need?
I need a ride to Mickeldelving, sir. And let's look from you. What are we doing? Still 12 minutes till 4 dawn, or till dawn. It's 4 dawn right now. I always like that sign, it's kind of cute. The little bird carrying the baby. Hello, Esmeralda.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It's a funny squirrel carving, and she loves it.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Now she'd like me to deliver a hammer to Dudo Chud in Hobbiton. I can do that. And while we're in Hobbiton, we'll visit the muffle stage. Oh, and we can get rid of this. Don't care about unwanted notes. They're not even really worth anything. They're like worth a copper or something.
Good day.
Good day. Now, Dudo is down by the fountain there.
How do you do?
And he absolutely adores his new hammer. And would like
Can I
me
take a moment of your time?
to deliver a shield to Ormer in Freren's Court at Thorn's Hall. But, like I said, before we do that, let's go visit the Messel stage. There's Bywater. And the Messel stage is up in here. And there's the Messel stage. Hello.
Hello there.
Visit the site of the Shire racetrack. Well, that is going to have to wait. I'm not going all the way back that way just yet. Woo! Gotta take Fistula through for a nice stroll through the Shire. You know, being a hobbit and all. She would enjoy it. Isn't that lovely? You can see the party tree way over here, because there's the tents. And right in the middle, there's the tree. Now, I need
Hello there.
Warren's Hall, which means we need to head back to Mickle Delving. Y'all probably can't hear her, but if you do, say hello to Miss May Lily, who is very old and partially deaf, and now is screeching because, well, she wants attention.
Hello there.
Erdlun. Warren's Gate. Oh. There. Off the horse. And the dwarf we need to talk to is right here.
What do you need?
And he thinks that is a fine, strong shield. And now he'd like me to deliver a lucky goat horn to Thorn's Hall Inn. Well, we could do that. Too bad she doesn't have a speed boost. Or does she? Doesn't last long, but she has a little bit of a speed boost. Lasts like 19 seconds. Long enough to get us a little further. Too bad the cooldown's like a minute. Boop. Okay. Is that my call? Hello, you.
Greetings.
Greetings. And he thinks that the horn is just fine.
Might you lend me an ear?
Now he'd like me to deliver some ale to the guy at the Boar Fountain in Bree. That would be the first guy we talk to. We can do that, if we don't drink it first. Oh yeah. And, oh, that's what's making that noise. Peacock. The, beer bash. Which looks like it's getting ready to start soon. I don't feel like doing that right now, but we can watch if you want. Kind of silly little game. Everybody bashes each other with bats, and you have to stay within the arena or else you lose. We'll wait for another time. Right now, we have a gift to deliver. And, well, we don't want the ale to get hot before we get it there. Hello, fine sir.
What do you need?
A ride to Bree, please. Oh, and if you click on your horse before you get off the stable horse, as soon as you get off the stable horse, you will automatically get on your own horse. Just a fun little tip. It's kind of handy if you want to make things just a fraction quicker. And now I have a cat on my leg. One cat on my leg. And he loves that ale that I just brought him. What a tasty brew. Ranulph makes the best stuff. Alright, kitty. There, up you go. Old lady. And with that, we close out that series of quests. And that can be done like once every 3 days, so it's not a daily thing. Let's see, what do we have on offer? Where's our vendor? Right here. Oh yeah, first and foremost, this is this year's festival steed. Really like the look of the elk. Very nice looking elk. Actually really like the look of the saddle. Could definitely do without the blanket though. It's kinda eh. But the rest of it's nice. Yeah, definitely liking the elk.
At your service and your family.
So I guess that's called the Elk of Baker's Delight. We have the Tome of Baker's Delight Cub, which I have been told by Gus is kind of creepy looking. We have an outfit called the Baker's Delight. So we have the jacket and leggings. We have the shoes. And we have the hat. That's so cute. I mean, I'm not really digging the hat that much, but I like the chest piece. And I like the shoes. Like I said, I'm not sure I'm really digging that hat. Of course, I never did really dig those big, tall chef's hats. I thought they were kind of silly. Not sure what purpose they serve. We've got some decorations for the house, dining table of Baker's Delight, dining chair of Baker's Delight, banner of Baker's Delight. So these things are things she will probably be getting for the Hobbit house. We'll need more tokens for that. Because she'll want the table and at least 2 chairs. Maybe the banner, not sure yet. Then there's some older stuff. Which actually, what was it? Storied Warrior? No, it wasn't Storied Warrior. It wasn't that. Oh yeah, Unflagging Dragon. Now this is not going to look really the same on her. But I saw this, and Miss Marcelin's definitely getting this set. It's like I said, it's older, but it looks really nice. It actually doesn't look that bad on her either, but it's definitely going to look good on Miss Marcelin. Now though, definitely want the jacket and leggings, and the shoes. We get them, we got them. Now that it's daytime, there is another firework quest we can do. Might as well do it while we're here. As this one here.
Stay and have some tea.
So we need to inspect the ground at ideal locations for fireworks demonstration. We only get a couple of tokens out of it, but tokens are tokens, and we will also get XP towards our next level. And it's easy. So here's a spot. And here's a spot. That's 2 out of 6. And there'll be a couple of different spots in each location. People, especially when it's really busy, people are usually vying for them. Nope. None right there. It's gonna be further up. No? Oh, somebody else is doing it, that's why. Did I mention competition for the spots? Dope. We'll come back to this one. I picked the wrong time of day to do this one. Everybody's doing it. Ah, there's one. Nothing there. There we go. Right here. Although, I wouldn't call that an ideal location for some fireworks. You got a chance of setting the guy's canopy on fire. Boom! Oh, sorry, dude. Sorry about burning your stuff up, but hey, go check out the fireworks later. Nah, I don't think that works. More like, sorry about burning your stuff up. Here's a couple of gold for the repairs. Oh, I see it. We're putting the fireworks right under that guy's feet. Ooh, well, that'll be a wake-up call. If that guy was sleeping, he ain't anymore. Now we got one more. And it should be around here somewhere. Oh, Cass! Thank you! You didn't have to do that. But thank you so much. And you say congrats on getting partnered. And speaking of which, because I had not announced it yet, but, let me, thank you. Much love to you, too. While we're looking for this last spot, let's have a serious talk for a second. So, thanks to all of you generous, awesome people who have subscribed, who have watched my videos, who have watched the live streams, who have left lovely comments. Well, as of today, I was finally accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. So, thank you. You're all awesome. I love you. Mwah. We are now partnered, which means you get to play with super chats and super stickers, and I get to figure out what memberships mean. I have no clue. I don't know. I will have to ask y'all if you're even interested in memberships and what that looks like to you. But, yeah. Thank you. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. You have no idea. And woohoo! Cass gets the first super chat! So thank you! Where is my last spot? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not showing up. First one, let's go! Yes, let's go indeed. And I will say this. I'm going to say this often at the top of my lungs. Only send a super chat or a super sticker if you can afford it. Do not be sending me money that you cannot afford to send me. Then I would feel awful about it. Okay? Don't make me turn the stuff off. Alright, now I've said that. Be responsible, everyone. Yes, what Cass said. Be responsible. Where is my last spot? This thing is like not showing up at all. The game is doing this on purpose. It wants to drive me nuts. It's working. I know it's supposed to be here somewhere. Alright, we're going to just casually ride around. We're going to casually take a ride in the rain. I'm sure the horse loves that. I'm sure Miss Fistula loves that even more. Especially in her pretty party dress. But we're going to ride around. We're going to ride all the way to the end of Bree. We're going to say hello to the cat. Hello, May Lily. How are you? I don't know why you're standing over my keyboard. You're not starving. You've had 3 foods today. Alright, so. Have to wait for the cat to get out of the way. She's mad now. If she would be the cat, if you gave her those buttons to push, she'd be using the mad one about 50% of the time. Mad. 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 Alright, it should most assuredly be in here. And that's while we're waiting. We can take a look at our anniversary firework. Where'd it go? Soaring pinwheel firework. And that's what that looks like. That one's reusable. It's kind of neat. It's just a giant pinwheel with sparklers on the end. But it looks nice. Let's do that again so we can actually, I don't know, take a better look at the whole thing. We've got a wooden post with the wooden pinwheel on the top. And the lit fireworks, of course, spin the pinwheel. Absolutely looks like a Gandalf contraption. A lot of animals around here. Celebration pig. That's silly. It's a pig in a wizard hat pulling a cart full of fireworks. Okay, still nothing. Okay, this is getting old. Getting old fast. I'd like to get this over with. Alright, we're going to ride ourselves to the other side of Bree and back. Mainly because I'm tired of hearing the fireworks. Sorry, people, but my eardrums. These people sitting there. I'm talking about Adzo building his inn on the East Road. They said it was foolish, but he didn't listen to them. And we got the one here. So it's not that one. I believe we got the one right here outside the jail. So it's not that one. And we definitely got one over here. So it's not that one. You only get one in each area. Oh, hello, random person. Bree became a lot nicer place once they kind of filled it out a little. Kind of interconnected it better with Combe and Stadel. So it's got to be in this area. The only area we're missing fireworks. And still nothing. Okay, I usually do not have this much trouble with this one. And it does definitely say I still need one. And I've definitely narrowed it down to this area. Oh, sorry, random person. I did not mean to run you over. I'm almost tempted to come back for it later. Or just cancel it and say forget about it for now. Because I feel like it got messed up somehow. And I don't know how it could have gotten messed up. The whole quest is a simple matter of finding 6 spots and planting fireworks. Yeah, here we are, not finding the 6 spots. Alright, I'm done. I'm done looking for it. I'm not going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs and wait for it to maybe appear. We're going to head back towards Mickle Delving, where we need to first go to the Shire Racetrack.
How can I be of service?
Mickle Delving, please, sir. And thank you. Okay. So, Shire Racetrack. I usually don't bother to do this side quest because it's really not worth much, but, you know. Might as well get the starter quest out of the way. And did I mention I suck at that? Now y'all see why I don't do it. Hello.
Good day.
Visit the beer fight arena in Barnes Hall. Of course. Because we've already been there. Fine. We'll go to Thorn's Hall. Again. Just, you know, confirmation that Miss Bella cannot do the horse race for anything. And thus she does not bother to do it. Now where are we heading? No clue. Alright, Mickle Delving is that way. We gave a net get up there from here. I feel like no, we can't. We have to go around. Southfield, which is a deed finding the farms of the Shire. One I'm pretty sure Miss Fistula has probably already done. There's the stable.
Hello there.
Hello there. Thorn's Hall, please. Again. Alright. Go ahead and get off the horse right here. Always did love the music here at Thorn's Hall. I don't know if that's supposed to be Thorn or not. Doesn't look like it should be Thorn. Beard's too short. Anniversary event.
Greetings, traveler.
Speak with Angeline Green Pasture in the Keeper of Gifts in Bree. Oh, speaking of names, Miss Fistula does not have a last name. We haven't given her one yet. We should think of one for her. A proper Hobbit name for Miss Fistula. Or Hobbit surname, I should say. No, we can't name her anything like Skull Smasher.
Well met.
Well met. Back to Bree. Wouldn't it be a hoot if we go back to Bree and I finally find that spot I've been looking for? Not that I'm fully expecting that to happen, but it would be funny. Maybe we're even in a new layer, who knows? Which might make finding it easier. Or harder. We're in the same layer. There's the same guy blowing off fireworks. And here's the lady.
Greetings, friend.
She is the keeper of gifts. And speaking of which, we have 14 steel tokens. Alright. What are we up to on the festival token? 33 or 38, not sure which. Of course, it could also be 35. So that must be... It's a different goat. Kind of interesting goat. But there's somebody wearing the whole chef's kit. Including the hat. The silly, silly hat.
What do you need?
Oh, I'd like to go back to the Shire, please. Now that I'm done here. I gotta check and see if there is an anniversary instance. A flurry of fireworks. Oh, okay, yeah, there is. I remember it now.
Hello there.
Hobbiton today's. We gotta go to Hobbiton and turn in our daily. And that is, of course, over at the party tree. Can you imagine living in the Shire? It's so peaceful. Miss Bella, happy evening. I'm late to the party nonetheless. Happy 18th birthday, Lord of the Rings Online. Yes, indeed. Happy 18th birthday to Lord of the Rings Online. And hello to Saucier. Happy Friday to you. How you doing? There we go. So we've gotten that done. We're gonna go ahead and hide everything else. Anniversary Scavenger Hunt Year 1.
Just look at this.
You have come to answer my correspondence. I must apologize. I was a bit disjointed and rambled here and there. I have been in a terrible state. The thing is, well, just look at the party tree. Overnight, some mischievous malefactor has covered in all that, whatever it is. As I stated in my letter, don't ask me why, but the party planning committee has decided I must have something to do with it, or that I am the one who should get to the bottom of it. Only I haven't the first idea where to begin. Will you help me, my good hobbit? Just go over and take one of those down and see if you can make heads or tails of it. I certainly can't. Are they lists or riddles? Get one of them well and fully worked out, and I think we'll be getting somewhere. Alright, you're a little flustered, I see. You haven't missed too much so far. We did the basics of the anniversary festival. Fistula got herself a new little outfit. She did not get the hat for it, but she got the chest and the shoes. It's kind of cute. I didn't want the hat because it's one of those big, tall, white chef's hats, and you know. But the rest of it's cute. She hasn't put it on yet. Her dress looks... Oh, yeah. Let's see. Which dress is this? It's one of the ones from Midsummer. No, it's not. This is the dress of Entwining Blossoms. No, it is, I think. Pretty sure one of the dresses from Midsummer. Looks good on her, doesn't it? But yeah. And there was a small announcement. I can repeat it for you. Alright, so we have Area Door Year 1 or Year 1 Tails. I don't know if we can do Year 1. No, we cannot do Year 1 because we definitely can't go to the Dead Marshes. So, yeah. That one we can't do. Can't do that because we definitely can't go to the Stone of Resh or the Argonath or the Gate of the Seven Fathers. You can't go to any of those places, so we're going to have to do with the Eriador ones. Bounder's Bounty Statue, High King's Crossing, and the Falconer's Tower. If she can do that, so we'll take that one. We can do all the stuff here. Alright, so we'll take that one. First things first, we'll go up to Bag and pester Lobelia. Because it's fun to pester Lobelia and get her all riled up. So easy to annoy. Hello.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Can you believe it? They left their dirty dishes. Well, good riddance, that lot, I say. Okay. You're boring. Alright, so, memories. And you don't really get to see anything, which is too bad. Lost chance. Recall adventurer's past. This would have been a perfect chance to add a little something where you see a memory, but nope. Is this your house? No, this is not my house. This is Bag End. This is actually Bilbo's house. Man, I wish they let us decorate our house like this. Boy, that'd be something. And you can't go past that because all the furniture's in the way. But there's like rooms upon rooms upon rooms in Bilbo's house. Nice kitchen. Holy smoke, nice kitchen. This Fistula will just make herself right at home and make herself some lunch. A couple of sitting rooms across from each other. Yep, this is Bilbo's house. Which eventually gets passed down to Frodo, and then at the very end becomes Sam's house. Now we need... This is going to sound pitiful, but I've never seen Lord of the Rings movie, nor have I read the books. I just heard a lot about the story over the years. Ah. Well, that's not pitiful. I mean, if you've never seen the movies or read the books, well, when you decide to watch the movies or read the books, you're in for a treat. I mean, you'll get to experience the whole thing for the first time. And those bits of stories you've gotten over the years, you'll be able to go, ah, that's where that came from. Now, where are we going to start at? We better head over to Nickel Delving first.
Day, isn't it?
It's on your to-do list? Hey, we all have those. I have a few books on my to-do list. Alright, off your horse. Off your horse. Thank you. Truly a great monument. And this was created when they did the big server closures several years ago. Had this lovely statue of a couple of Hobbit adventurers. Marco and Blanco may have found the Shire, but they'll never find me. Somebody's playing hide and seek. And around the edge are memorials to all the servers. Your favorite fantasy novel as a child was The Search for Delicious by Natalie Babbitt. Have you ever heard that one? No, I have not heard of that one. I think one of my, aside from The Hobbit, which I read when I was like 12, one of my favorite fantasy novels was one called The Blue Sword by Robin McKinley. And we need to go visit Farmer Maggot and pet his dogs. We need to go all the way to Doc. You remember that one too? Sort of the Lawrence of Arabia motif. Yeah. Sort of. It was really good. So we need to go to Farmer Maggot's house, which is over this way. But yeah, as I was saying, I did make a little announcement earlier. I was kind of hesitant to make it, but Full Classic Cage kind of pushed it. The ultimate childhood fantasy book will always be Where the Wild Things Are. Ha! I don't think I've ever read that one. Now, I've read Charlotte's Web about 50 times, to the point where my parents had to buy me a second copy of the book. I wore my first one out. Bamfurlung! Ah, here's the doggos. So we have to pet the dogs. Pet it, Fang. Attaboy. And Grip. Nice dog. Okay. We petted the dogs. Yes, we came all the way here to pet dogs. Now we need to go enjoy a meal at Tom Bombadil's house. It's by author Maurice Sendak about a little boy who's sent to his bedroom for being bad. Then his room dissolves into another fantasy realm. Interesting. You're talking about Where the Wild Things Are. Yeah, no, I have to say I've never read it. But I've read, like, a lot of other stuff, like Anne of Green Gables, Five Little Peppers and How They Grew, Pollyanna, a lot of Nancy Drew. Read a lot of different things when I was a kid. I was a kid that would pretty much read anything I could get my hands on. Which meant I read some pretty odd things when I was visiting my grandparents. Laggy, laggy, laggy. At any rate, before I forget, because I keep forgetting to finish what I was saying. I don't know if you've noticed anything different about your chat, Sorcier, but as of today, I am now a member of the YouTube Partner Program. There. Alright, we said it. Now, moving on. But yeah, I was definitely the kid that was reading the weird stuff. My grandparents had like a big collection of Reader's Digest. Old Reader's Digest, so I was reading those. They had an old set of encyclopedias. I would flip through those and read random things out of them. And if I didn't know a word, well, there was always a dictionary at both houses, mine and my grandparents' house, and I was taught how to use it. All these bandits. Haha, run away. We actually might aggro a thing or two here. I'm not sure. Awesome, I think your channel deserves to grow. I like the fact that you're one of the few streamers that doesn't swear like a drunken sailor. Well, you know, I'm just not really interested in doing that. Doesn't mean I can't. After all, I was a sailor. But, not exactly the kind of thing I like to do. And, well, my dad would have washed my mouth out with soap if I had. So, you know, there's that. You kind of learn not to. But I forgot you were in the Navy, no pun intended. That doesn't mean that a word doesn't occasionally slip, but it's very rare. And it usually has to... something has to really have caused it, if you know what I mean. Dang, it's foggy here. Holy smokes! It looks like smoke. Tom Bombadil, you burning leaves here again. Yeah, too many gamers on YouTube have pot mouth. And it's not even necessary. The food is hearty and wholesome. The drink is clear, cold water. Thank you for your hospitality, ma'am. Isn't she pretty? That's Goldberry. That's Tom Bombadil's wife. She's very lovely. And she's even got her water lilies in here with her. Just to make her happy. And I'm assuming those are their private chambers. We can't go in there. And I have a nice kitchen. Look at this kitchen. Okay, Okay, not being nosy. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for letting me view your house. Have a lovely day. I mean, I'm not opposed to swearing. Obviously, like I said, in the Navy, I've heard it. I've heard some pretty inventive stuff. It's just not my thing to do. And you're right, there are some people that go a little far with it. Now where are we headed? The Prancing Pony. It's these two, between these two quests, we're going a little everywhere. Like everywhere. You ever seen Dr. Disrespect? He's a Tempest of Fury on his channel. I know who Dr. Disrespect is. I have never watched any of his content. So I wouldn't know what it's like. But yeah, I mean, you say Dr. Disrespect, I automatically can envision the long curly dark hair and the sunglasses and the mustache. So yeah, he's kind of iconic. A lot, you know, him and Asmongold are like both iconic. I need to what? Whoa. Okay. All sorts of lag going on right there. Go inside. Dance on a table at the Prancing Pony. He leaped in the air, rolled off the table, and then simply vanished. Talk to Frodo in Bilbo's room in Rivendell. Well, there's one easy way to get to Rivendell. Knock, knock, knock. Excuse me, I'm barging in.
Why do you disturb me?
I just need a ride to Rivendell, please. Gandalf, and thank you. Cheapest way to get to Rivendell ever. You just have to remember to cancel the quest as soon as you get there, and that is the road to Erebor. We're going to cancel that. And then it goes on cooldown. So you can't take it again for a few minutes, but we won't need to. We are where we want to be. Now, if you do follow through and complete that, you can never do it again. But if you no intention of doing the Road to Erebor stuff, and you just use that for the port, You can use that over and over again to your heart's content. It's, like I said, like a free port.
Sweet-eyed Nayland.
Sweet-eyed Nayland. Woohoo! Talk to Frodo in Bilbo's room. Well, this is Bilbo's room. And there's Frodo.
Is there something I can do for you?
How glad I am that old Gandalf and Strider, my old friends, shall be with me when we go, though I wonder how far, and when we shall part ways along the path if it comes to that. And now, faint by the Rangers' camp beneath Weathertop. Oh my god. How silly. So I guess we have to go down to Weathertop, or down to the Forsaken Inn. And then go over to Weathertop. And then we'll be partway done. Then we'll have 2 things left for the other year 1. Whew. Maybe I should pay attention to where I'm going. Instead of just, you know, riding myself right off the road. You know, I wonder what they're planning on doing for the 20th anniversary. It's gotta be something huge, right? It's only 2 years away. I hope they've already started planning.
Sweet-eyed Nayland.
Sea-eyed Mill.
Megovanen.
Megovanen. So we could get to Oscaruth from here. That will do. Oh, good grief, it's raining everywhere. Except, I don't know if it was actually raining in Rivendell. Hello. Wait, there's a dwarf here? There's always been a dwarf here. Like your outfit. You look like a nice sturdy guard. You want to come with me? We have so many adventures together. No? Okay. And, yeah, Weathertop is over here. We could take a slow ride. I think that's the only thing we can...
Greetings.
Yeah, that's the only thing we can take is a slow ride. So... Bonelands is definitely one of the more desolate looking places. I don't know if it was always this way or if it came about this way due to war. But the term Lone Lands just seems very fitting. It does seem very lonely. There's Weathertop, which we can barely see through the fog. I feel like we should get off right about here. And then take our own ride from here over. I'm assuming some of the zones are developed just for the game and not part of the original Tolkien novel. I mean, most of the stuff is part of Tolkien lore. The Lone Lands, Bree, the Shire, Rivendell, the Misty Mountains. Moria, Aragon, Moria, Lothlorien, Mirkwood, Great River, Rohan, Gondor, Inadwaith. I mean, it's all part of Tolkien's world. Now, probably the places in Umbar take a little more liberty because I don't think there's a ton known about Umbar. And maybe the Erebor stuff might be a little more from imagination than not. But I would say the main core of the game is taken from Tolkien. We can actually start book 2 here. Nah, we're good. We just want to faint. Thanks. And even as he swooned, he glimpsed Strider leaping out with a flaming brand. And we have finished that one. We got 3 tokens for it. Now, we have 2 more places to visit for the other one, and they are nowhere near here. So, we're going to take our milestone back to Bree. But yeah, let's, as soon as she loads, blah, 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 blah. Alright. We are in Bree. So this is Breeland. That is clearly from the book. Here's Bree Town. We are outside the Prancing Pony, where the hobbits meet Strider and hide from the Nazgul. We scroll out, and this is Eriador. So over here we have the Shire. Now the Yonder Shire, technically, that's something they added, but it's still the Shire. Above it we have Evendom, where is located Illuminus, which used to be, I think, one of the capital cities in old times. Above Evendon, we have Forest Shell, which, while is in Tolkien's books, because Averdui died in Forest Shell, I don't think is really mentioned in any of the books, at least not The Hobbit or the trilogy. Across from the Shire, we have Kellendon, Thorin's Hall, basically Ered Luin. So, where the dwarves and the elves kind of live side by side. This, technically, maybe not in this book, although this is where the elves go to sell out of Middle-earth. There's the Brandywine River, which flows from Evendon down. Here's the Lonelands. It's at Weathertop that Frodo gets struck with the Morgul blade, and Strider saves him. The Troll Shaws, and the race through the Troll Shaws to get Frodo to safety. Rivendell, which is around here, right here, Rivendell. Up into the Misty Mountains. The Ettenmoors, which are probably mentioned. Angmar, which is where part of the enemy comes from, so I'm sure it is mentioned in the book. Down here we have Eregion, which of course was destroyed in Sauron's war to get the rings. Enadwaith and Dunland, which is where they had their run-in with the dead. At least in the movies. Not 100% sure about the books. There's Isengard. And of course that's iconic because that is where Saruman is. You go over to Rovanian. There's South Mirkwood. There's Dol Guldur. North Mirkwood is where Legolas's father, Thranduil, lives. There's Dale, Lake Town, Erebor, the Lonely Mountain. So that's more stuff from The Hobbit. Iron Hills, the Grey Mountains, Wells of Langfold, the Bjarning Lands, the Vales of Anduin, Gladden Fields, Lothlorien. Well, that was a big one in The Lord of the Rings. Moria. They passed through Moria. There's the Misty Mountains. And you go down to Rohan. There's Rohan. There's Isengard again. Because it's kind of borders Dunland and Rohan. Of course, the Dunlanders and the Rohirrim have their own thing going on. And then off over here, we have Mordor. There's Mount Doom, right in the middle of it. Got Gondor over here. Gondor calls for aid. And Rohan will answer. And let's see. Oh. looking for... Because they haven't added a way to click on the map for this stuff. But there is now Paradwe, which is part of Umbar. So this is the new area they're working on. The one I said I wasn't too sure would be completely lore. I think they're taking a lot of this from imagination. But you've got the Murzog, Hond, Tigana, or near Harad, the Valley of Ikerban, Umbar, Baharbel, the Bay of Elpalis, the Shield Islands, Jormat, which is far Harad. So I'm thinking this part is a little more from imagination. Right? For the by and large, what's in the game is somewhere in Tolkien's books. Turbine did a very good job, and Standing Stones actually does continue.
Greetings.
Where do I want to go? Well, I guess we're going to Trestle Bridge, because I do not have the stable to sell them. Did a very good job of trying to stay close to the lore. Huge world indeed. What percentage of the world do you suppose you have explored thus far? I've seen the Shire, the Undershire, Bree, the Lone Lands. I mean, while she's on a horse. Yeah, I've crawled all over Eredluin, the Shire, I've been to the Undershire, I've crawled all over Bree, the Lone Lands, I've been to Cardlin and Swanfleet, I've recently been to Enadwaith with Miss Medrill, and Foreman is currently there. Dunland, I've never been to the Etten Moors because that is the one place where PvP happens, so I avoid it. I've been to Foreshell, not too often, but I've been there. I would say the only places I have not really seen, maybe a couple of parts of Gondor. I've like ridden through Mordor once or twice, but I haven't really seen Mordor. And I've definitely not seen the new zones that much yet, except to ride through and get stables. So, percentage-wise, at least 85% of it. And who knows, Miss Medrill may fill in gaps in some of the places I have not seen so far. But of course, she has to get way, way, way higher up in level than she is to do that. Because, like, the new stuff is level 150. Which, currently she is nowhere near. I actually think even the, Mordor stuff is in the hundreds. So, a little while to go for that.
Greetings.
Greetings. Fine, we'll get on the slow stable to Estelle then. We'll hop off at Amon-Ra, grab the stable there, and from there we can ride out, because where we want to go is actually near that stable. Well, near, relatively speaking. I love how the music changes during the game. It's so beautiful. And that area over there is the Fields of Furnas. A lot of wars took place there. Alright, we want to get off right about here.
Greetings.
And got that stable finally. Now, somewhere around here, and I'm not remembering exactly where, so we might be looking for it for a minute, is the Falconer's Tower. And a bunch of ghosts. And some Bargas. And that might be what we're looking for ahead. I think it is. Yep, this is the Falconer's Tower. Truly a great monument. Of course, you can't go up into it because it's all ruined. I won't let you jump up to climb the stairs. So, meh. And finally, we need to go towards Evandom. And trees are creepy here. It's like they're trying to grow, but they can't quite make it. Pretzel bread. Fornos. Yeah, Fornos is over there. A very destroyed place. Like I said, wars have taken place here. A very important war, and I'm trying to remember the details of it. I do believe it was a war that, where Glorfindel actually defeats a Nazgul. I could be wrong, though. Am I going the right way? I am pretty much going the right way. And she keeps picking up quest rings because there are landscape quests here. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing those right now. Thank you anyway. Appreciate the offer. Not interested. Think we're going the wrong way. No, we're not. I think we're going the right way. Kind of. Creepy place. Very creepy place. But I don't think we necessarily had to go in here. Still, fun to come in here. Oh, probably not where we want to jump down at. Very much creepy. There's some quests in there. It can be rather fun. It can be a little challenging too. Bunch of spirits down here. Who are probably very pissed off that I'm just casually riding through and they can do nothing about it. So, ha ha! All that darkness that we just saw was a direct result of that building. It has a very evil, lingering presence. You can tell. Because every time we go past it, we get that effect again. And let's just say this place is just steeped in evilness. Lots and lots of evilness. The Evendom Gate. Okay. We have found Evendom. And this is Parth Adwil. We should... Oh! shoot. Okay. Things aggro. Maybe I should pay attention. Yep. Things aggro here. Beautiful ruins. Very beautiful ruins, actually. This would be like, if there was something like this in real life, it would just be a monument to humanity. And I'm not even saying that facetiously. Of course, it would have also probably been destroyed by tomb robbers ages ago. It's actually kind of being done in the game. Go ahead while we're here, grab the stable for Tenendair, if we don't have it already. We didn't.
How can I be of service?
Which means we probably don't have any of the stables here.
What do you need?
No, we do not. Oh, we don't even have dwelling? Are we kidding? And if you see where that big statue is over there, that's where we're headed. So we're gonna go overland, we're gonna piss a couple things off, but we'll get there. Yep, we pissed something off. Like I said, we were going to. Definitely far, far away from the Shire. And these guys will not help you one bit. You think with all these rangers here, somebody would try to help you. Hello.
How can I be of service?
You could have helped me, you know, instead of standing there watching me get beat up by a wolf. Alright, so we have finished that one. So that is 2 year 1 quests done for the anniversary scavenger hunt. Can we, do we have a way? That's no bottle. Wait. That's right. We have multiple. We have 1 to buy water and 2 straight to the party tree, so we're gonna use it. Why not? Instead of letting that map sit in my bag, I might as well use it up. Hey, you should do a dance emote to celebrate. You mean, like... Oh, wrong one. Maybe that one. Isn't she very graceful for a hobbit? I bet she would win tons of dance competitions. Alright, nothing silly. So we did year 1, which unlocked more, but then we could do year 2. Oh, more scrolls for year 1. Are all these scrolls for year 1? Oh, you know why? Because we have to click on one. Oh wow, we have all sorts of year 1 stuff we can do. Hold on a second. Hold those. Oh well, we don't want to do that one, and we can't do the other ones because we're too low level for them. Alright, you, I've done some of your quests. And you have nothing to say for yourself. Shame on you. Yeah, every single one of these still says year 1 on it. I'm thinking I'm missing a step. And I don't know what it is. But we've done 2, and that's more than enough. I do want to do another one. Holy here's a tenner by a clock. What? Drive by, thank you. Oh my god, you didn't have to do that. But thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all gonna make me cry. Oh my god. Alright, so, all that being said, let's see. We've gotten all the daily stuff done. We've had a lot of festival fun. We got her a new outfit. I've got a cat getting stuck on my mat. We've gotten, oh look, hearts. I see hearts floating around. Woohoo! I did not know you could see them on you know, I didn't know you could see those on this side. That's awesome. But, yes, we've had all sorts of fun. She got a new outfit. She even got to do some scavenger hunt stuff. Which, I think the only thing she didn't get to do was finish that one quest, because she couldn't find one single spot to set off fireworks. Maybe I will take her out later and look for it again. But, once again, thank you everybody. Honestly, thank you everyone who has subscribed, who has watched videos, who has watched the live streams, who has left comments. You've all been wonderful and supportive and just awesome. And thanks to you, we are now a partner with YouTube. So, onward and upward to 1,000. Woohoo! Now, on the Rumble side, y'all gotta catch up. But, for now, I have to eat. And I'm going to go do that. And for all of you lovely, wonderful people, Saucier, you are awesome. Drive-By, you are awesome. And for all those people who have popped in or out, or stuck around but didn't say anything, and next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. Well, you are also awesome. And tomorrow, we will be having some fun in Morrowind, or perhaps we will have some fun in Oblivion, who knows. And Sunday, we will be having some fun in Last Epoch. And if you don't want to miss all of that, and you haven't already, well, you know, all those fun quickie things the website wants you to do. But, for now, have a great night, have a fantastic weekend, and until next time, bye for now.